These are the symptoms to MSUD, maple syrup urine disease. Usually within the episode happens, that means the person has intaked over their amount of protein, or stress has raised their protein levels, or is anything such as a head cold can trigger their levels. And sometimes it can go from minor to very worse. Usually it would start off, for me of course, I'm going off my episodes, dizziness. Dizziness is a common symptom in MSUD. You start to feel off balance. Frequent vomiting usually follows. That's usually when the levels get even worse. If they stay the same, sometimes they don't progress for the symptoms for me, but I'm guessing for others it would probably be different like cases and stuff. Frequent vomiting is one of the early symptoms in my opinion, because I remember most of my episodes having frequent vomiting. Low fatigue, your energy will be drained and you won't even be able to stand up, move, or anything like that. Low fatigue plays a lot within your levels because it just messes with your whole body. Loss of appetite. Yeah. Loss of appetite is also caused by levels. You'll start to lose your hunger, you'll lose interest in things, you won't be able to keep drinks down, it will be hard to keep food down. Everything you will ingest will come back out, leading back to, sorry about that guys, but frequent vomiting is what I was going for. And excuse my handwriting, that is also caused by brain damage, which a good number of patients get when they're born. I was gifted with a minor brain damage of having shaky hands. So if you can't read that, I'll be listening it off, don't worry. Hallucinations. Hallucinations is often in the later stages of the levels when things are getting really bad. And I only saw the hallucination stage once. And what is happening with your levels that are making these hallucinations probably happening is when your levels are racing up, your brain is swelling. Your brain is swelling, your organs are not being treated right within the body, and soon those hallucinations from the brain swelling and the levels being skyrocketed up really high can possibly lead, if untreated, to a coma or death. Now, this right here is a big driving point in this disorder, because a lot of patients with MSUD either end up going into a coma or death. I was in a coma when I was just born. That was the first few months of my life. I was lucky to dodge that bullet. But if stuff like this isn't looked at, monitored, and treated, they usually wind up to this. And does it get talked about? No. Instead, what people do is they hear about the disorder and they laugh at it. They laugh at it because of the name, maple syrup urine disease. And, well, if you ask me, it's like a bully made our disorder name. Because I could think of 10 other names that are better for it, but I'm not going to get into that rant. That's for another video. I'm just saying that this needs to be taken aware, because there is people dying from the formula shortage. Now, when you think of formula shortage, that's not much talked about anymore because it kind of got swept under the rug, in my opinion, and not solved. But it doesn't just affect infants and babies. People with maple syrup urine disease are also affected by the formula shortage. Reason why is because maple syrup urine disease patients live off of amino acid based formulas that they gotta take every day to stay alive, and without them, within 2 days, they can pass away into a coma or death. And the formula shortage has a major impact on the survival of maple syrup urine disease patients. And recently I've been affected by it, and a bunch of others have been too. These symptoms right here are nothing light. These episodes aren't just something like a diabetes episode. It's terrifying. Just imagine your brain swelling. You think that feels good? That's like a headache, but instead of a headache, it's like your head's inflating. You know what I mean? It's just like uncontrollable. And that's just like part of this. There's probably way more symptoms that I can list off here, but these are the main ones that are usually on the internet and stuff, you know. And my personal experience with MSUD, I'm 22. I've been on this earth for 22 years with it. And it is not a laughing matter. This needs to be taken aware of, and people need to be taken care of with it. And people need to start realizing that people with metabolic disorders are humans too. And I would like to shed appreciation, love, and nothing but the best wishes for these people right here. And it is not a pity party, because MSUDers are strong. We don't look for pity, we look for awareness. And we're not victims, we're fighters. I met some people through the community, in the MSUD community, as much as I could meet and talk to. And those are some of the strongest people I have seen in this world. Rare metabolic disorders get swept under the rug medically. We're not diabetes, we're not cancer, we're not a brain tumor, we're not, you know, an STD or anything. We're kind of just, we're sometimes degraded, in my opinion. And this is slightly educational and ranting, I know. But it has to be addressed. Is the camera still running? Good. It has to be addressed, because if not, we're kept unknown. And we're not unknown. We're just rare. Born rare. When an MSUDer eats, it's not what a human eats. We can't just walk to McDonald's and get a McChicken. You know, we had to have special foods from companies, and some of us, definitely not saying me, got our food cut from us from insurance companies who think they know what's right for the sick, which they don't. But that's not the point. We live off of certain foods because our bodies can't handle regular food. Our bodies can't handle protein, stress. Our bodies can't handle constant physical activity. We are built different. And the world it's a world that shouts for equality. We never see equality within people who have this. All I see is discrimination, and that needs to change. MSUD is just as serious as cancer. It's just as serious as something like, I don't know, diabetes. I already used that. Diabetes, cancer, osteoporosis, stuff like that. Important disorders. This is important. The name is nothing. Some dummy made a name with maple syrup and didn't think that that would be not taken seriously. Now, is it their fault? No, it's people that are jerks on the internet. This is a serious disorder. And all these symptoms, painful. The eating restrictions, painful. Constant hunger. Really bad headaches that are almost unnatural. Body pains up the whole region of your body. It's just a lot of things. And we have to take care of a lot of things. It affects social lives. You can't go out a lot without being monitored. You can't go out a lot without your medicine. You can't do certain things that other people do because you're restricted. And they look at you like you're mean because you can't do what they do. That's not the point. We're just trying to stay safe. Maple syrup urine disease is something to be proud of. I'm not telling people to feel sorry for it. I'm telling people to applaud us for getting up every morning and dealing with so much dark shit that we were built to learn to survive off of this, which makes us this. MSUD isn't built for the weak. We're all strong. I wrote something on this board when the government was taking away my food, money, and medication. And this didn't leave the board until I won my court case. And if it has to stay here for another year, it will. They're working on treatments for MSUD, and it is underground in my opinion. And it needs more awareness. There is hope. I feel like this ain't gonna be forever. One day, we'll learn that the world will treat us normal. And I seriously hope that people consider spreading awareness for this abnormal, crazy disorder that alters lives and families around it. I have a Born Rare documentary coming out about my life with it, so I'm not going to sit here and spaz about my problems. This is for the patients. Personal message, I really hope the best for me and the community, and we deserve much attention and much help. I love them, and I hope that they love me.